Well, hello. I hope everybody's doing okay. It's Sunday, and I thought I better come on and we'll see how the internet does. And I just got out of the kitchen. I'm going to put a recipe on. I made a chocolate meringue pie. Y'all remember I had that pie shell the other night and I was cooking and about last week, and then I put it in the freezer and then I took it out and let it thaw out today. But I had that pie shell and I dropped the spice bottle into it so it cracked the crust. But I wasn't going to waste that crust. There's no way I was going to waste my crust. So I decided I'm going to make a chocolate filling. If y'all like a chocolate meringue old southern pie, then y'all need to follow that recipe. Come on, Sheila, come on over. I've got plenty. Hi, nature lover. Good to see you. Sheila, I made the one that I broke the crust on, but this recipe I like because you do it all in the microwave and you don't burn it. Like you used to have to watch that and you double boiler and all that. Like my grandmother and my mother made. But this one, you do it in the microwave. And it's so much easier. And so I got a little bit of egg yolk in my whites. So I just went ahead and added some meringue powder. I don't know if y'all use meringue powder, but I do. And it's a go-to if you don't have egg, because usually when I'm going to make pies and I'm get everything all set up to make my pies, I get a quart of egg whites, in the freezer or the refrigerator section. So then I don't have to break all those eggs and try to, because they do it so perfectly at the company. I don't buy egg beaters. I just buy that great value egg whites, and that's what I use, and put a little cream of tartar in them or a little lemon juice and just beat them up. And they make such good, I don't know, in this country, if y'all had meringue candies, you just make florets and then dry them out in the oven, and they're so good. You can make those with your egg whites and put your sweetener in them. If you want something, if you're just diabetic and you want something that's kind of substantial, but it's not going to bother your blood sugar or get a funny taste, get you some of that egg whites and put them in your bowl and add your sweetener to it and whip them up and then put them in your oven and dry them out, and you make your all kind of things with those. At Christmas I was going to do those I was going to say duplex cookies, but that's not right. The one that has got the gun, the cookie press. I was going to do that, and I never got around to it because so much stuff came up. I didn't have time to do those. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Not Spritz cookies. Is it Spritz? That's it, I think. Sheila said, I'm going to start using that. The meringue powder, yeah, it's per one egg, you add 2 teaspoons of meringue powder to 2 tablespoons of water. So if you need a pie, I usually try to do about 6 eggs. So it'd be 12 teaspoons of powder and 12 tablespoons of water. Now that may be too much for y'all, but that's what I've always done. come out fairly well, or it's always come out. Making mile high meringue, you can do that. Tonight's pie didn't come out mile high. It barely got down the road a piece because it just decided since I had those egg whites, I think it decided it didn't want to get up and go. So it browned beautifully and all that, but and it swirled. But I like it when if I'm gonna make meringue, I want it at least 2 inches high. That's the way I like it. And with the meringue powder, I've never had no trouble. And one thing about meringue powder, make sure you get that's not got sugar in it. Because I remember one time I had told somebody to buy the meringue powder and it had sugar in it, and her mother was diabetic, and I said, well, they've got it. So just be careful. Look at your ingredients on anything. I just tell y'all to look at your ingredients on anything so that, you can keep your sugar down if you need to. Now, if you don't need to, I use the stevia. I've had a couple write in and say they were allergic to stevia. I'm not, thank God. And boy, it doesn't take but I'm talking about a hair, just a minute to make something as sweet as a sweet and low wood or a whatever. I have bought, y'all. I have bought all those sweeteners. I'll see something in one of the cooking magazines over the years or in the cookbook, and they all taste bitter to me, except the stevia still has a little wang to it. But I can taste and smell anything imaginable. It's just my senses on my smell and my taste are way over the top. So I have to be kind of careful on using some of that stuff. Some of my followers has said use Erythos or whatever and this and that. Well, I bought it. It was bitter to me. They said they did that it wasn't bitter. That's the one reason I bought it, but it was bitter to me. Now, I think cooking with stuff, it kind of knocks it down a notch or two, but still I can taste something or smell something and I just don't care for it. Got me a glass of light iced tea tonight with a little lemon because I didn't want to stay up all night. I do that anyway. Do y'all stay up all night? I get about 2 or 3 hours sleep, and then I wake up, and then I'll sleep after I made a quiche this morning. I didn't film it because y'all don't know how to make a quiche by now my way. I'm not going to show you because there's enough recipes on there of mine. I bet there's 4. I don't know, quite a few because I make that every Sunday nearly. Today I just made it with spinach and eggs and cheese. That's about all because I don't try not to put a bunch of salt in anything anymore. And, that's been pretty difficult, me trying to keep my sodium down, trying to not eat salt. But I'm even trying to buy vegetables. And if I buy canned stuff, any kind of canned stuff, if I try to find the low sodium now. Because, when it comes to your blood pressure and those varices and all that, they said keep your sodium to 2,000 milligrams a day. Well, I'm trying. My lab levels of sodium were never high, but I'm going to do what they tell me to. I've gone this far trying to do what they tell me to, so I'm not going to mess up now. If it's the time for me to go, the good Lord take me. But if it's my own fault, then I'm not going to be blamed this time for it. There's my kitty, my baby kitty. He comes in here looking around. He wants to know what in the world y'all are doing. I don't think he's gonna let me get him. Come here. Come here and let everybody see you. Come on, get up here and let everybody see you. Come on, turn around. He wants to play. He don't want to get up here, I don't think. Well, maybe he does. Now, listen, get over here if you want Bubba to show you to everybody. Come here. You want up here? He just wants to play. He wants to do this and this and this. And I'm not gonna pick him up because one day he scratched me pretty bad. So I just try to leave him alone. If he gets over here and he wants up here, then okay. See, now he comes back over here. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that. Now, what are you doing acting crazy today, kitty kitty? Everybody wanted to see you. Well, I don't know if everybody did, but somebody did. All right, let me read some comments. I'm exhausted, y'all, from that pie. Used to, I could cook 50 things a day. And D says, love chocolate pie. Flour a piece. Well, D, thank you. If you could be here and see me, I don't think it'd be too handsome. I just put on this, what do you call this? I don't know. My daddy wore these shirts for years, you know, in the cold weather. Flannel shirt. I love them. This may have been one of my daddy's. You know, I've got quite a few stuff we're both about the same. And he's been gone for about, I don't know, 10 years. But you know, this flannel, if you keep it away from the moths and things, which I've got mothballs in my closets where I have my winter stuff. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Z Kitty. He's a good cat. It's just sometimes the mama's cat and the other cats want to, he likes slapping them. He thinks he's the big dog on the totem pole, but really he's the baby. Hi, David. Good to see you. Hi, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Billie Jean, Mama, hope everyone is staying warm. Well, I hope y'all are staying warm. We've done pretty well with that Dearborn heater, everything, and it's kind of it's melting off, yes, but there is some places you have to be real careful. Tomorrow afternoon afternoon I have a doctor's appointment at 3 o'clock. Then I have to go to the Dallas Love Field Airport to pick up my friend when she's coming in from her other home. And of course, I'll be very careful because her plane doesn't get in till about 8 o'clock at night. And I can see better with these other glasses. I can see pretty good. But you know, a lot of bright lights really blind me, even after having both my cataract surgeries. That's one thing. It looked like I saw one of the channels on here was talking about cataract surgery. She just had hers done. I think it was Brenda Gant. Said the bright light was hurting her eyes. So maybe that's just something's prevalent if you have this cataract surgery. Because mine has only been about a year, maybe 8 months. So I wear sunshades because I just can't stand, that's so blinding, you know. And I thought I wanted to see well again, but I just didn't realize it was going to cause that much sun blindness. And then when you're driving at night, these big old trucks that they have now, the pickup trucks are so tall, they got them big wheels on them, the 4-wheel drive trucks, and they get shine right in my eyes. And boy, but my brother said, a stepbrother told me that there's some kind of glasses that he got because he was working for something, and at night he needed them. And he said they filtered out those halogen bulbs from the cars. And I haven't tried to see, haven't looked into it anymore. I think I did at the time. They're like a blue, they cut the blue light or whatever. But I need to get a pair of those, even though Mother and I don't go out very much at night at all. But when things like this pop up, like me having to drive to the airport with all them bright cars and lights and street lamps coming down, you know, they might help me. They might really help me. But other than that, nothing's been going on. Just eating and being fat and sassy and cooking and kind of trying to make sure this internet, trying to make sure it's this internet, you know. But I don't know. They seem to have got all the trucks. So maybe got them kind of settled, you know. So that's what we're going to do, is just play it by ear. I had the microphones down here on, and I tried to put them into my iPad because I knew y'all couldn't hear me. So I went ahead and got them hooked up, but you know, I don't know if they work or not because I have to test it, and I didn't want to have to do that tonight because I'm already tuckered out from doing that pie and stuff. So I just thought, well, I'll wait until one afternoon or something. Y'all, I'll come on, and if a few of you can be on there, and then I'll say, can you hear me? Because one thing with this Restream, unless you have a corporate account, you can't record. So I'll figure it out though. Everything will work out. But I think when I was doing the other night with the Victrola, I thought, well, that cut out so bad, I need to use my microphone on the iPad. So I will try to get that done this week. You know, this cold weather has just made me want to feel like I didn't want to do anything, which I already felt like I didn't really want to do anything. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get more. Well, Mary said maybe I'll rethink the cataract surgery. Well, I've told this before, you know, they didn't put the lenses in my eyes that helped me see any better. Kind of like Grandma Lois had said, I think she has to wear her glasses, and so do I, but they said mine had scar tissue in my retina from I don't know what, but they couldn't put in a corrective lens. They just had to put the basic lens. And I said, well, maybe it is clearer. I will say it is clearer, yes. But he really didn't tell me this till I got in there to get it done. You know, I thought that was kind of crappy because I was thinking, well, I'd be able to, I can see up close pretty well. I don't need readers. I can still see up close, well, real well. You know, I have to raise my glasses up to read fine print. Now my glasses has that, the optometrist thought I needed some help, but I don't think I did, you know. And I think your eyes change from the time you go into that office and get that eye exam to the time you get home. I think your eyes change. I don't know if it's because you don't want to be at the office or what, but I can tell I've got, y'all saw them glasses I got. I think it makes me, I think my eyes they change so often. You know, maybe it's it could be medication. Maybe it's the procedures or me being put to sleep for the varices. I don't know. but my eyes have changed this last month. I could tell they've changed for the better, seeing far off. So I don't know. You know, it's kind of strange, but everything seems to be, I can see it's just that bright light. So I don't know what to tell you, Mary, about those rethinking the cataract surgery. I think it's made them plainer, yes. And just wear sunshades, because if you need it, I mean, if anybody needs it, they need it. You know, I don't feel like I would, Dee. I would share my chocolate pie recipe with you on the comments. And just as soon as I get that uploaded, they'll be in the comments, and then you can handwrite it down, or print it off, or however you do it. But I wanted to come on, and being Sunday, I thought if I don't go on, they're going to think I've left the country or something. Let me get a little drink. My throat gets dry. Mother's in there directing. I'm pretty sure she is. She hadn't came in here and said that y'all couldn't hear me, or she couldn't hear me, or something was wrong. So that's pretty good. That means at least we've got the channel on, or I hopefully. She's been watching Price is Right again this evening. She loves that broadcast of those Bob Barker Price is Right. So I think, well, if that entertains her, then that's good. You know, that's good for, and I guess we'll have a piece of chocolate pie. I had to let it cool. You know, you got to let that cool real good. So I stuck it in there, and I'm going to let in the ice box and let it cool on down. And if y'all like chocolate pie, if you want to, try to use that meringue powder, get you some off Amazon, and do like I told you. It takes 2 teaspoons per egg and 2 teaspoons of meringue powder and 2 tablespoons of water, and put that in your glass bowl or metal bowl, whatever. It never mattered to me. People seem like I've got to have my certain glass bowl, or I've got to have my metal pan, or, you know, I've always been able to make meringue. I don't know, but I knew tonight when I got a little bit of that egg yolk in it, I would have to compensate with probably meringue powder, because you get a little bit of egg with yellow yolk into your egg whites, unless it's just a little bitty bit, you might as well, if you can dip it out. It's very difficult, but if you can do it, then you can whip them up and put your little cream of tartar, or there's a few other things you can put in it to make it. And the copper bowl, you know, everybody says, well, I got to have a copper bowl. Well, the copper bowl, it just changes the structure of the egg, gelatinous egg, and it makes it whip. So, you know, it's the same with glass, metal, cream of tartar, lemon juice, different things that people use. So I don't know. Dee, thank you so much. Blessed to have people like you. Well, I don't know about all that, but I am blessed. I've got friends. Y'all do the hype. Please do the thumbs up. Love me, like me, share me. As a lady I've been watching, she tickles the fire out of me. Love me, like me, share me, and hype me if you want to, or something like that, she says. So I've been trying to remember to say that to y'all, because I forget. You know, there's so much going on. I can barely remember my name, much less to tell y'all to make sure you're subscribed, because it does help. And those little ASMR sounds, I just started doing that. So if you see them on the channel, it's only going to be a 9 or 10-second thing. And it's usually something to do with cooking. And I thought, well, a friend of mine said, well, why don't you put some of the eggs frying? Or, well, that's what I did on there. And it's, some of those have gotten nearly 2,000 views, and this and that. Doesn't make anything, like 15 cents for 2,000 or 3,000 views. You know, it's because they're so short. They're only like 9 seconds, 10 seconds, but it's fun doing them. And then a lady reached out and sent me from the company in Ireland for the let me see, y'all. Hold on. Earth Chimp vegan protein powder. Well, Mother and I made us a malt last night, and I filmed it. But that is good stuff. So if you want protein powder, I'm going to put that video up. It's only about, I don't know, minute long or something, but it's got all kind of organic pea, pumpkin, sunflower, coconut. I mean, you get all this stuff that's good, flax seeds, and it's good. It doesn't have that wang flavor to it. And you take two scoops in a 8-ounce glass of milk. It's organic. It's vegan. It's GMO free. I mean, I was surprised that when I saw, and it's got over 1 million probiotics in it. So I'm gonna see if that'll help my stomach, y'all, because I've been needing to take probiotics, but there's something I can't just take one out of a bottle because it makes me itch, and this didn't. I had no itch, no nothing. I don't get anything from these people. They just sent it to see if I'd shout it out, and I'm going to because I believe in it. And I'm going to use it for another week or something, but I'm going to put that up on one of the quick commercials. What do you call it, y'all? Not live, but the quick one. And I kind of videotaped it there in the kitchen, and I think it'll be good. I think it comes in chocolate. I got vanilla, and I like that. And it's good. You can get it off Amazon. I think she told me it's about $20-something, but you know, that's a pretty big. That stack is quite big. So, you know, if it would help your stomach and give you protein, then it would be worth it, I think. Okay, we've been on here. Let's see, 29:53. See, we've been on here for a little while, but I hope y'all are going to have a good week. Mother and I are. I'm going to go to the doctor, like I said, and do it. Then our week starts, and we've got a few doctor's appointments and certain things this week. Not a lot, but you know, we just try to hang in there and get everything taken care of one at a time. I know Mother's got a dental appointment this week, so I try to keep her appointments in line with mine. And you know, after I got sick, now my calendar and her calendar, I have to check at the office or before I can say, yeah, we'll be there for her or be there for me, because they overlap and you can't get 30 minutes from one office to the other. So Toy Miller, how about Jean and Mama from Louisiana? Nice to see you on here tonight. Good to see you. Natural Lover gave me a thumbs up. That means I guess you are subscribed and you've hyped and you've done whatever you have to do, because that's what we need to do. Not that bad. Green is your color. Well, you know, I like blue. That's my favorite color, is blue. But God bless you. God bless the United States, because we do need it. And I'll be talking to y'all later this week. We're going to see how this microphone situation works out, and we're going to see how our internet works out. Sandra Terry, you're getting in a little late. I'm fixing to go to bed. Good evening, everybody. Stay warm, stay safe. God bless y'all. Well, you too, Sandra, and all the rest of you. You're my friends. Mom and I love you. We'll talk.